Greetings to YouTube. Greetings to Instagram. Greetings to Thursday here in beautiful downtown Lawrence, Kansas at Wonder Fair Home Shopping Studios. And by studio, I do mean a 60% messy desk at the back of our brick and mortar shop, surrounded by beautiful stationery.
You don't know because it's movie magic. You don't know how messy and wild it is here.
A young fan was in the shop and asked, like, where do you record the video? And I was like, right back there. And they looked back in the face on him like, y'all been lying to me, was precious. But they gotta learn young that movie
don't
magic.
Go, Dave.
Don't, you
Dave.
can go.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. She needs to stay because he received a letter.
We got a letter for Dave.
Excuse me, David. Would you like to have us read this letter to you?
Mail call today.
All right, mail call for Dave.
Mail call for Dave Meowstein.
Very exciting. This letter is addressed to the Cat of Wonder Fair, Dave, care of employees. Which is a really good way to address a letter that's very formal, and I respect it. It's from Marmalade and Chupa, the KC Cat to Cat.
Yep.
Looks very formal. I'm very excited. It's typewritten. This cat seems to have sent a newsletter.
This is some sort of inner cat mail service.
This is an inner cat newsletter.
Oh wow!
There's a squirrel update on the back.
Dave's coming to check it out.
Dave, this is amazing.
You got to come see this.
Okay, so the KC Cat to Cat Summer 2020 edition explains, we are committed to bringing the most urgent and relevant news to the feline community.
That's no surprise that Dave got on their mailing list then.
Breaking news. I was wrong. Quote, Marmalade loses outdoor privileges after 2-day streak of staying out after dark.
Marmalade should have known better.
There's going to be another article about, in the science section, are humans continue to behave oddly? And that's going to be fun. Chupa reports on their new favorite spot.
As in, like, sitting spot.
There's a memoriam section for a cat who's passed, a book recommendation, and a squirrel update.
Population explosion in oak tree outside entryway picture window. Digging in potted plants occurred.
Really
Human
photo.
appears exacerbated. Incredible up-close encounters through dining room window, which occurred Thursday.
This is honestly one of the best letters Dave's ever received.
Yeah,
he gets a lot of good mail.
If you're just tuning in, we got some mail for Dave Meowstein, to the Cat of Wonder Fair, and it turned out to be a cat newsletter from Kansas City, Kansas. So I guess we'll make sure to put some Dave updates in our next newsletter.
Go, buddy.
Get that on the.
I want to get over here and read that.
Get Marmalade and Chupa on our mailing list, maybe.
Dave seems pretty committed to looking out the door right now. So
okay. Well,
I guess it's not his time. Wow, what a great letter.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, Marmalade and Chupa. That gives me some ideas for our newsletter.
Yeah, right?
We should probably reciprocate.
Yeah, we can put those cats on the mailing list.
Adorable. I was thinking like more of a Dave-centric section. We were already planning to have a Dave update in the newsletter, but I don't know. It's time for us to make a new newsletter, folks. So we got to be thinking about content.
Yes.
Got to get that going next month.
What do you want to know about Dave?
Yeah. What should we put in our newsletter? So, that was a wonderful mailbag segment, but Thursdays are, of course, to be dedicated to a deep dive.
Deep diving. I have no idea what you're diving into today. I'm pretty excited to find out. I had a really itchy nose just now from letting Dave really snuggle up on it. Huh? Do you think it's another wasp killing adventure over there? Okay. The deep dive I've prepared for our friends at home today is related to Pennsylvania. Ah, yes. Pennsylvania, one of the big destinations here at Wonder Fair.
Yep. Pennsylvania is, there's a lot of Pennsylvanias in the world. One of them is a really confusing swing state. Are they even a swing state?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Big time.
Pennsylvania is wild, y'all. Talk about dichotomous. But
the Midwest of the Northeast.
Whoa.
Pennsylvania.
The Midwest of the Northeast. That's good. That is good. You got your Bible Belt situations. You got your Rust Belt situations. Yep. You got your Southern situations. You got your New England situations.
Area. Yeah, your old school Puritan holdover.
There's a lot of vibes in Pennsylvania. I've only been a few times, though. So Pennsylvanians, you can tell me I'm wrong. I get it. Most folks are pretty right about Kansas, though. It's not totally flat. That's one thing people get.
But that's
wrong.
Not the Pennsylvania we're talking about here.
No, sorry, I got distracted.
We're talking about this kind of Pennsylvania.
Our own private Pennsylvania, right here in Lawrence, Kansas, is spelled Pencil.
That's right.
Vania. We haven't worked out those details, but Pennsylvania is in our upstairs art supply loft, and it is a wall O pencils that we have been slowly building out. We have kind of a temporary build-out expansion on it currently that happened during our shutdown times. And we've been helped by Justin Marable, a local artist, to get some more shelving built for that. And Justin has just completed the cubby holes to hold colored leads that I have purchased over 2 years ago, I think.
Finally getting the colored lead out onto the floor. It's a pretty exciting time here at Wonder Fair.
Every now and then I get a wild hair, and I'm like, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of specialty colored leads that I read a review about. But then there's nowhere to put them on display in the store, so you just keep them in a box in your closet labeled Meredith's Lead Stash, hold back, pending fixture install. Well, everybody.
2 years later, here we are.
Here we are. The fixture's installed, kind of. Enough that I can open this box now. So here we have the reveal. This is just the beginning of my colored lead stash. Very exciting. So, colored lead stash. Did you know, fine folks of the internet, that while you might use a mechanical pencil in the standard way and enjoy it, which is just put graphite leads in your pencil, there is a whole world of colored pencil leads you can put in your mechanical pencil. Standardly, we've always had red and blue leads that you could put in your pencils, and that's fun.
Sure.
Yeah, blue is especially fun for sketching with. Red is nice for making corrections. But in the world of pencil leads, there are so many colors. So we will soon have, for example, this is a soft blue lead, so it's like a light turquoise blue. Those are the Pilot Neox brand, which is, I did a bunch of reviews and found that Uniball makes a colored lead called Nanodia, and Pilot makes this Neox, and they're both considered very good quality smooth writing leads. So I got a bunch of colors in some of them. I mostly bought 0.5 leads, but we have a few 0.7s. Here's a 0.7 in yellow. That's right, yellow lead. That's barely gonna show up, but maybe that's a feature you're looking for. Eye strain. Next up, we got a violet lead. I gotta say, these little capsules seem extremely fanciful. I can tell that the way they'd open is one of the top is a lid, and you press down with your finger on this corner, and it's going to swing up like an extra fancy Tic Tac container.
Yeah, these are really nice packaging.
Yeah. So there's a violet and a blue, as I said. Here's a bright red. Here we have a pink. Super fun. So show up for the first day of school rocking a mechanical pencil. It can be just a normal looking mechanical pencil, like, I don't know, for example, here's the Alvin Draftmatic in a 0.5. That's my personal favorite. Not because it's the best functioning, but because it's so long wearing. I've had mine for like 14 years now, and it still works great. So super sturdy. You just pop a purple lead in there, and you start taking notes.
Wild.
Your neighbor's going to look over at you and be like, are you a wizard? Did you just prestidigitate your graphite into purple? And you'd be like, yes. No, it's not prestidigitation. What's the one where you can change your eye color? Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. Okay.
Cool. So this is thaumaturgy for your mechanical pencils. It can make your pencil leads any color. What were you saying?
Are these erasable?
You know, like all colored pencil leads, they're a little less erasable than graphite, which is a pretty magical substance that erases very cleanly. But as we've discussed in the show, there are erasers that can handle colored pencil lead and are a little bit better at removing the wax. Plus, at 0.5 and 0.7 diameter, these pencil leads are really thin compared to when you use a colored pencil, where the lines you're putting down are usually going to be at least 1 millimeter, just because of the nature of the cone of a colored pencil tip, like a wood-cased pencil. These are very tiny, so there's a lot less color to even bother erasing. I would, however, say they're probably less erasable than graphite, and if you're taking notes and erasing a lot, first of all, like that's not what notes are for.
Well, if somebody was doing their math homework or something, this might not be the ideal. I'm just thinking
that's some sassy math homework.
It would be sassy math homework, but maybe not the ideal if you're doing a lot of erasing.
Well, I'd like to say we could sample and see how erasable some of these are. Should we just do it?
Hey, we got all the time in the world here. It's our TV show.
It is our TV show. Okay, well, I have so many leads in here. Just assume if it is a color, we've got
I gotta say, we were talking up the
lavender.
The packaging on the Pilot colored leads, but the Uniball Nano Dia packaging is even cooler.
Yeah.
This is not going to show up good on Instagram, but.
All right. I'm gonna give you one to show. So the lead that I'm gonna open to do a quick erasing sample of is actually a mixed colors pack of the Uni Nano Dia. So this is one beautiful lead case with, I think, 10 different colors in it, 2 of each. I'm not exactly sure on that. And I unfortunately do not have the skills to read the packaging, which are in Japanese. But you slide it open like this, extremely fancy. And we're just gonna knock a little lead out. That's so cute. I'm in love with it. Okay. Well, yeah, let's use the Draftmatic. Or should we use, I brought so many fun pencils to try, like the Pinco is also a fun mechanical that looks like a wood case that you could put a 0.5 lead in. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just use the pencil that I know and love, which is the Draftmatic. Cool. All right, so Paul's gonna pull out a lead and all the lead in the chamber in case there's more.
All of it?
I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not wise to load a mechanical pencil from the front, even if you feel compelled, but that's the very best way to break a tiny piece of lead in your tube and then have a clog.
All right, drop one in there.
Yeah, so it's best to always drop from the back. That's the way the machine is designed. Should I use green, purple, blue? What should I do?
I don't know. You could put a few in and we'll see what comes out. It's a colored lead roulette inside your pencil.
I like
That's the kind of game you would pay a lot of good money for at the casino. But right here, what's this Draftmatic cost? $6 maybe?
Yeah, and I don't really like gambling, so this is about my speed here. What color of lead will my colored pencil produce? There are so many opportunities you just opened up. So I'm going to put 5 leads in.
Okay.
Blue, green, orange, I think it's purple, and pink. I'm being somewhat gentle, of course.
Riveting.
Riveting TV.
Television. What's going to come out?
Okay, I put them in. Dun, 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 dun.
Replacing the eraser. You got a pad ready?
I don't have an eraser ready, though.
Giving it a little
give it a
agitation
spin.
Here.
Wow. I bet you're on the edge of your seats. Ooh, what is it?
I don't know.
I can't really tell either.
I'm going to see when it's on the page.
It's green-blue.
Green-blue?
Aqua. It's aqua. Ooh, it's very pretty, everybody. Okay, we got some aqua lead coming out here. I feel great about our first lead choice. Do you want to show the people some
I can try.
I got to get it in our... Oh, wait, I guess... There's an eraser on that pencil.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're trying to erase.
Yeah, we're here to erase. All right, Paul is attempting to erase. Oh, it's going great.
Oh, it's totally erasing.
Yeah.
You can do your math homework in aqua lead, no problem.
You saw it here live on television, Dave? Oh, he's cool. He's on a box. It does erase. That's great news. So check it out. Extremely cool and fun. Colored leads. I will show the people.
Here, take this
too. I picked this one out because then I didn't have to choose a lane. I could use every color.
And now you know. So we didn't test the Pilot leads, but at least the Nano Dia from Uniball is erasable. So you can now do all your math homework in teal colored lead.
That's awesome. Or I gotta say, I am in love with your idea of just putting random leads in there and see what happens.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun for a sketching practice or journaling or doing your homework. I don't know. School's gonna be pretty weird this year, everybody. So take your joy where you can find it. Ooh, did you just extend another one?
Let's see what's next.
Ooh,
That's cool.
Dark blue. That's pretty.
I like that.
It's very smooth to write with, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We're finding this lead very smooth, smoother than graphite, I would say. He extended it too far and then he pressed too much. He broke the lead. It's okay. Are you doing some math?
Some math equations
He's
here.
doing some math equations. Okay, so that is merely in this deep dive. I just wanted what is the deep dive today? It's just letting you know the huge variety of lead colors that are available for color or for mechanical pencils that you maybe didn't know about. And now we have them at Wonder Fair, and very soon you can come from noon to 6, and they will be on the ledge of Pennsylvania. The ledge is, of course, where Count Legula, our anthropomorphic vampire pencil mascot, lives. So be careful when you're opening the drawers full of colored leads, because one of them is probably where Count Legula is sleeping.
Whoa!
We should actually do that. That would be really cute and funny.
Little,
okay. Mm-hmm.
Little sleeping zone.
Okay, we'll make a little like coffin bed inside of one of the.
Ah, that's great.
Another fun idea one of our staff had. I don't remember who. Was it Grace? It was Grace. Suggested we design our own in-house pencil box that looks like a tiny coffin for your pencils, for your vampire pencils to sleep in.
Oh,
and
right.
we will definitely be doing that.
Gotta do that.
Okay, so that's fun. These are 0.5 and 0.7 leads, which are the most commonly used mechanical pencil size. But what do you do if you're an artist who wants to beef it up and 0.5 and 7 leads are not it for you? They're more for fine writing and detail drawing. But what if you like to keep it gestural, keep it loose? Well, my friends, you're going to be needing a 2mm colored pencil.
Oh, we're getting into the chunky side of
Chunky
lead.
time. Everybody knows things are cute when they're chunky. Things are cute when they're tiny. All pencils are good pencils, but this particular pencil, which I gotta say, I don't love the aesthetics of it. It's a triangular body, so it's comfortable to hold. They're only like $1 to buy each. These are 2mm colored mechanical pencils that we sell in about 20 colors. I brought down the orange one. It's a Zebra Sensation. Sorry it's so far away, but Paul will bring it to Instagram.
Sensation.
Sensations. I don't like the aesthetics. I don't like the weird name, but I do like the mechanical pencil, and it's such a cheap price at under $1 each. Plus, then you can buy mixed bags, really nicely packaged boxes of 2mm colored pencil lead. They're sold assorted. And one box has, I believe, 10 leads inside of it, and it's 10 different colors in each box. But it comes with 3 boxes, so 30 total leads. We sometimes break these out and include them in gift sets as single boxes. So if you want a chunky lead, you could either just buy a few of your favorite colors in this, and then unfortunately you can't buy the leads singly. You have to buy a mixed bag. So if your dream is to be blue dabba-dee-dabba-die and only use blue leads, that's going to be a problem.
Well, at $1 a piece, you can just keep buying them.
The blue pencil?
Yeah.
You're not wrong. But if, like me, you don't really enjoy using cheaper plastic tools and you'd prefer something that is a little beefier and like destroys the planet less, we have a couple of other options, like this nice, safely forested prime timber pencil. Is a wood case body with brass finial and tip, and it's also 2mm. So you could just buy the refill leads for the Sensation, but put them in a really nice quality drawing pencil like this Penco Prime Timber. Or if you really want to soup it up, you're more of a drafts person and you want a little less weight in your pencil, this is the Caran d'Ache Fix pencil, which is one of my favorite 2mm pencils. It's just, it writes like a traditional mechanical, and it feels the same. It feels like a normal pencil. But it's just super high quality milled aluminum with a little bit of a coating on it. And they feel good to draw with. So we sell the Fix pencil, we sell the Prime Timber, we sell these as singles, and any of those 2mm pencils, you can put colored leads in them and you're off to the races. that's my full thought about that. My partner, Paul, has left us to assist someone, which is great. Hey, Paul, how long should I be without you?
3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes without Paul, that's a long time in a 20-minute show. So anyway, I might have to end without him. I had one other thing to share with folks at home today, which is thinking about the deep dive of colored pencil leads and all of your options for both the leads themselves and then maybe for the pencil bodies they live inside. What are you going to do with your colored pencil? One wild option that folks may not know about are tracing books. So if you're into coloring books, colored pencils are, of course, one of the best mediums to fill in coloring books. They're easy to transport and take on the go with you. It's cheap to buy a bunch of colors. They don't bleed through the paper. But there's kind of a new game in town for mindful, relaxing coloring practice, and it is a tracing book. What these are is a pre-designed pages like a coloring book with the lines already drawn, but they're printed really lightly with the goal that instead of filling in the color inside the lines, you actually trace the lines themselves, and then you can color them in further if you want. But the idea of tracing the line is similar to coloring in. It's very meditative, and it doesn't require you to be an artist. I would argue that most folks have that capacity, whether you're good at drawing or not. But if you think you might enjoy a little tracing time, similar to coloring, or if you know someone who loves coloring books but has already got them all, maybe give them a tracing book and see if they enjoy it. And I think a tracing book would be really fun with the colored leads, because you could travel with a group of mixed colored leads in one book and have a really light on-the-go coloring setup instead of carrying around like a box of 24 colored pencils and a big book. So that trace book is by Baron Fig. I should have brought an open copy. I didn't think about it.
Oops, that's okay.
Whoops. So that's what I thought. That's my deep dive. This is another new thing people might not know about. You got your coloring books. That's all about filling in the middle. And the trace book, which is all about the margins. And you know what? Paying attention to the margins is really important.
Wow, great tie-in.
I know. Wink, wink.
Wink, ding.
Ding.
If we had any sort of editing, we'd get a ding in there.
For sure. So I think that's what I got today, Paul.
It was a colored lead show.
It was a colored lead show.
And not the colored pencil kind. Ooh.
It was the colored pencil kind. You're stuck on your zipper. It's getting wild.
Not like the classic Prismacolor pencil. This is like the more mechanical colored lead sort of situation.
A twist on your colored pencil.
But know that this was possible until you brought in this box full of fun colored leads.
Totally.
So when can folks expect to see these colored leads out on the floor here? Give them something to look forward to.
I think I feel like they are in the system already.
I'm just curious when we're going to fill up that new...
I was thinking about doing it today.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it needed more time to cure. It's a freshly built fixture.
Here's the deal. I've given up on it curing. It's painted with kind of a glossy paint inside where the drawers glide, and I think it's always going to be a little bit sticky.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think there's no curing. I could be wrong, but when I think about glossy paint...
Maybe we just oil it all up in there.
Ooh, oil it. I think it's just going to be a tiny bit hard to open some of the drawers, but just consider that part of the adventure.
There you go.
They still open. It's all good. It's better than no drawers, which is what we've had for 2 years.
No drawers, no colored lead.
No drawers, no
Big
colored
improvement
lead.
now.
Some drawers, some colored lead, some difficulty. But you know what? The way wood works is weird. Like in the summer it swells, so probably in the winter it'll shrink back and be easier to open again. So if you hate opening things where you have to put in any force at all, just shop for lead in the winter.
Okay.
Obviously.
Too much info, I think, for the folks at home.
Well, what else is new? Wonder Fair Home Shopping. All the news you didn't want to know. So some of it's useful.
Is that our show for today?
I think it's our show for today. I feel like I should do a preview that we got kind of behind on a lot of forums because a lot of forums have been now happening instead of at night when we're free. They're happening during the day or on weekends when we're in the shop. And we don't have enough staff to cover for us. So
we hear.
Can't
be broadcasting the forums in the middle of the day.
We can't, but we're going to try to catch up with some of them. If any of y'all have had the same experience where maybe you also can't watch during the day. Some of those forums were recorded, like the NAACP forum. And there's also been some natives vote forums that I'm excited to watch.
Oh, wow, cool.
So hopefully we'll be able to stream those in the evenings for folks starting again next week. So if you haven't voted yet, don't worry.
Are you going to stream tonight's DA forum?
Maybe.
The Douglas County Bar Association has a district attorney forum tonight. So that'll be a lot of the institutional power probably pushing back on a lot of progressive ideas. But we'll see. We might be broadcasting that later.
That sounds like it's going to be spicy.
We do have our own Dungeons and Dragons game tonight, so we might not be able to get on and provide commentary.
It's the one thing we socialize.
It's our only social activity. So we like to make time for that. And the other thing is tomorrow at 11 a.m., the KU Student Senate is broadcasting a District 10 forum. That is for Eileen Horn's seat in state government. Eileen Horn is not running, so it's an open seat. 3 candidates. Probably without a Republican challenger, but not positive on that. But the primary will be super important. So there's a candidate forum hosted by KU Student Senate tomorrow at 11. And if that's recorded, we'll try and broadcast it later. But if you can tune in, skip our show, watch that, especially if you live in District 10.
Yep. And we finally figured out an issue we'd been having where we couldn't put our streams of forums on our IGTV. So everything was disappearing after 24 hours. That was just on me. I needed to do an update. So now, even if you miss our live stream, we will make them available on IGTV for folks to catch up on later. Because we know it's really hard to always fit into the timeline of these forums.
Oh, one other thing that I'll add. Where I have been able to archive past forum broadcasts, I've tried to collect all the links. If you go to our link tree on Instagram, there's the Wonderfair Voters Guide, and that has all the permanent links to past forums that I've been able to find. If you know of any archived forums that I missed, send me a link.
Did you fill out and publish the Voters Guide we've been working on?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't finish it. It's a working document,
okay.
But it's at least got the links to those forums.
Great. So you should know, I hadn't announced this yet. We started a voters guide that covers all of the current local and national races. And if you're looking for people's suggestions on who to vote for and why, we're putting our own opinions there. They're our own opinions. And we in no way have any animosity toward folks who disagree. But if you just want more opinions, you can look at the Wonderfair one. If you're curious how we make those decisions, we're attempting to put the most progressive and pragmatic choice in office. And by that, I mean, if someone is a little less progressive, but is still a better, let's just be honest, like if your choice is between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, we're encouraging people to vote for Biden, even though he wouldn't have been our most progressive choice in the field.
He's the only choice we have.
He is.
So
anyway, just know that is stuff we understand that'll make some folks mad who would rather always vote for the most progressive choice, no matter what. But we hope you'll understand where we're coming from. I am a Kansan, and I very much, I feel like that made me really want to make the choice that gets stuff done and keep pushing that way.
I think a lot of people are experiencing the pragmatism of voter opportunities this year.
There's a lot of it. But you know what? In local races, you don't have to be so compromising, which is really important because giving someone very progressive a leg up in a local race, that helps bring everyone further ahead when it comes to races further up the ballot. And that's very exciting because platforms of Democrats have gotten really much. It's hard to believe because of the way things are framed, but if you just look at the facts, in my lifetime, the platforms are more open.
We're a lot more progressive than we were as a Democratic Party in even just 20 years ago in the 1990s, you know?
And interestingly, the same is also true, of course, the Republican Party is itself moving further right. So
the gap widens.
The gap widens. Wealth inequality, the political, what do you call what's between two cliffs? A ravine?
the political ravine.
The political ravine of upset feelings. It's really big. But we all just got to show up and do our best.
Yeah.
Voting won't solve everything, but I think it helps.
So that's the lowdown. That's our brief extended update on local politics here. Usually we save them for Mondays, but stuff coming up this weekend, so we want to get that out there. Okay, thanks for tuning in. If you want Colored Lead, give us a call or come on down between noon and 6. That's our show. Bye.
That's our show. Okay, thanks everybody. It was fun. And I'm glad that I think I own this pencil now.
I replaced the other lead.
Oh man, I don't own this pencil now. Oh well, I guess one of y'all can buy it. We'll leave it on a 24-hour quarantine since it's been touched. All right, see everybody later. Thanks for hanging in here with us. Keep doing your best.